The SAO Progressive movie confirmed. Turns out SAO is getting another movie. So what's up guys, Foxen here. The first SAO Progressive movie trailer just dropped, plus a new visual for SAO Progressive. And really, this is shocking and surprising. How do you like this development? So be sure to double that like and subscribe. Come on, we're almost at 500,000. And let's get this SAO breakdown started. Alright, so here's the juicy info. It's just been confirmed SAO Progressive will not be a TV anime, but an anime movie. And I could still hardly believe this. Come on, are you surprised too? Or could this anime movie work? Thankfully, this is actually coming out pretty quickly in 2021, which really 2020 can't be over soon enough. For the studio, A1 Pictures returns, which really no shocker. SAO was never leaving A1 Pictures. For some new staff revealed, do notice there is a change of director. It is now Ayako Kawano. You may be familiar with some anime he's worked on: Your Lie in April, Love Live, Blue Exorcist, and Gate. Honestly, for this, I'm really not too surprised or worried about a change in director. Really, directing an anime film is a different beast compared to a regular TV anime. And there was already a change in director for SAO Alicization anyway. Returning as the SAO character designer is Kento Toya. And then you have Yasuki Kai returning to SAO, this time as the action director. Best of all, Kuji Kajiura is returning with their god tier soundtrack. Was there really any doubt? You could already hear her soundtrack in the trailer. Either way, we could all breathe easy now. I'm still hoping that Lisa returns for this SAO movie. Although it wouldn't be an opening, it'd be an ending since, you know, anime movie. Unfortunately, that means it may sound very different to Crossing Field. Anyway, let's get this SAO trailer breakdown started. Kicking this off is Asuna's point of view. Welcome to SAO, sweetheart. Level 1, 250 HP, just past 1 PM. And most importantly, the 6th of November. I love the detail of Asuna looking at her hand. Great way to check whether you're dreaming. Then Asuna with the nerve gear. Gotta get a collection of everyone with this. As for the Town of Beginnings, hopefully this time around you're gonna see a lot more of it. Then you got Asuna seeing everyone freaking out. This is no longer a game. Have fun. And I'm always a fan of these eye reflection shots. Looks like this whole scene is more or less Asuna's point of view on the event. She's even looking transparent here. Could this be Asuna thinking that this cannot whatsoever be real? Perhaps Asuna recalling that fateful day. By the way, it seems like it may be going a little bit anime original to focus on Asuna's interpretation of the first day, which I don't mind at all. I still want a good chunk of Kirito here at the beginning, but you have already seen things from Kirito's point of view. Next up, Little Red Riding Hood Asuna with her bread. You definitely recall this infamous familiar scene. You could hear Asuna acknowledging that SAO is now her new reality, which feels like the previous town scene may be a flashback that Asuna is recalling. As for Asuna training non-stop, freaking finally anime-only people are gonna get a taste of the hell that Asuna and Kirito went through. So many hours and so many nights non-stop fighting and fighting to get stronger. As for Kiba and Diavol, drinking up before the boss fight, I thought this looked familiar. There is a similar scene in the second episode. Really expect a lot of familiar beats when it gets closer to the actual boss fight. Ooh, even Agio, and the guy's a wine dude too. He was actually nowhere to be seen on the night in episode 2, at least not in the anime. More Agio is always great. For Kirito and Asuna at night, Asuna, why so sad? You could hear her saying, even though we've always been together. Could this be Asuna coming in terms with this new norm? Hey, and Kayaba makes an appearance, now in HD animation. Looks like this is hinting at getting more than a quick Asuna flashback. The thing about this is that most of it has already been shown in the first episode. Will this SAO movie mix it up a little bit more? Then poor Asuna in the rain. Damn the weather. I would say get away, you're gonna catch a cold, you know, Japanese anime style. But this isn't the Underworld yet. Then the super determined Asuna. You could hear her claiming that she'll choose the way that she'll die. I'm going super gaga over this super close-up detail like this. Come on, give me a poster or a figure with this expression. But goddammit, I got way too much SAO stuff. I mean, I have the SAO movie poster right in front of me. I gotta move to a bigger place just so I could hold everything. For the actual movie, it's been confirmed that this is covering the aria of A Starless Night, which is roughly about a third of the first SAO Progressive light novel, which actually isn't that much at all. For an actual SAO movie, that's going to be around 2 hours, perhaps 2 hours and 20 to 30 minutes if they do push it, which translates to about anywhere from 6 to 7 episodes minus the opening and ending. Just strictly talking about the first SAO Progressive Starless Night arc, 2 hours is more than enough. Hell, 1 hour might do the trick, which means the question now becomes, how much of this SAO movie will include other stuff? Things like the first day, in the first episode where Kirito meets up with Klein. To be honest, this might be mostly the same to the first episode. If anything, the first episode already expanded somewhat on it, so I wouldn't mind if they needed to cut this. How about Kirito after leaving the town of beginnings? Based on how little of Kirito you've seen so far, I'm not getting a good feeling about this. Right now, I could see them switching between Kirito and Asuna's point of view until they meet up around, let's say, the midpoint. So midway in the movie. This way, you could keep most of Asuna and Kirito's scenes intact. Then I do have to actually ask about the SAO Progressive manga material. Will this movie have any inspiration from there? I got a feeling that A1 Pictures is going to be using it for more than just a quick reference. Perhaps I did miss it just quickly trying to put this video together, but there didn't seem to be a single scene yet that was one-to-one from the SAO Progressive manga, which I did quickly double check. We'll see what comes with future SAO trailers. Alright, so let's just get into it. The huge question you're wondering, why a movie? Why not a TV anime? And what comes after? For the actual movie, there were rumors that came out from the leak on their website. Let me just quickly mention, I'm getting close to being 2 years in Japan, and I've been very fortunate to meet and talk to people here who have this unbelievable influence over anime projects that get made. One of the things I did learn, or should I say reaffirm, is how much money is a huge part of the anime production process, specifically money potential. Which is why the question of how much money this SAO movie will make it rain, that imagery immediately comes to mind. Let's be real, this SAO movie will make millions. And trust me, theaters are still open here in Japan. You could just look at all the records that the new Demon Slayer movie is making. My non-spoiler review is up, by the way. Quickly taking a look back at the SAO movie SAO Ordinal scale, it actually didn't make that much in Japan, about 1.5 million, but it almost made 30 million worldwide. For an anime movie, that's definitely nothing to sneeze at. That's also not counting the over 100,000 Blu-rays that it sold. That's also not counting the tons of SAO movie merch sold at theaters. That is also not factoring all the various SAO movie collabs that happened and were actually able to line up with the movie release. Part of me does feel like the future for SAO could go either way. It all depends on how this movie performs, along with everything around it. Could they potentially kick off SAO Progressive as a movie, then split it off into a TV anime? I mean, sure, they could. But if you are hoping for that, unfortunately business-wise, a movie format may have more potential for them to make. It really makes more sense when you consider that there's only 6 SAO Progressive light novels out, which by the way, Reki has announced number 7 on the way. Depending on how they split it, it could either be 1 movie per floor, or 2 to 3 movies per light novel. This would actually buy them enough time for more SAO Progressive books to come out. You could see A1 Pictures releasing 1 SAO movie a year, maybe even 2 depending on their schedule. Oh my god, this is reminding me of how Digimon Tri was released. As a very positive note, did they just indirectly confirm, or should I say hint, SAO for the next 10 plus years? Oh hell yes. So, after having a little bit more time to digest it, do you think SAO as movies could work? Or would you prefer them to switch back to the TV anime instead? Honestly, I really do need more time to let this sink in. But here are my current thoughts. I just hope that the team and powers in charge put extreme care into this movie. Look at Mother's Rosario or the first SAO movie as examples. Please, please, make this movie as standalone as realistically as possible. Which means stop cutting important character moments or their thoughts. That goes for Asuna and double for Kirito. Since this is going to be a movie, SAO will undoubtedly have high quality animation and god tier moments, especially in places where you never expected it. Watch the floor 1 fight become top 10 anime fights of the year. That would be funny. Either way, I'll definitely be there on day 1 to check out anything SAO related. Hell, I would buy my tickets right now if I could. By the way, related to SAO, the SAO Alicization After War event just took place today, or I guess yesterday, it's already past 1 AM. It was pretty awesome. I managed to go there with my editor and buddy. Meet Asuka there, Lisa, Rona, most of the SAO voice actors, including Yujo, Kirito, and Alice. Sadly, there was a very noticeable lack of Asuna's voice actors. Just looking back after SAO Alicization ended, I was feeling a bit burnt out from SAO, especially after working on so many videos non-stop. 14 videos in freaking September. I can thankfully say that this SAO After War event helped to wash away most of that. I did happen to spot some SAO goodies I want too. By the way, my super in-depth look at SAO Alicization is now out. Thanks to YouTube being a butthole, most of you guys didn't get notified. Definitely go ahead and watch that, I spent an insane amount of time on it. But anyway, is this SAO movie a good idea? Definitely subscribe, there is some fun and potential SAO cringe related stuff coming. You don't want to miss that. Do watch my non-spoiler review for Demon Slayer, and I'll see you guys later.